Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk a little bit about some issues I've been seeing with power and charging your car. And this graph is used a lot with regards to the cost of electricity in the US, and it's showing like 13, almost 14 cents per kilowatt hour. However, the reality seems to be that the real cost of the power, when you take into consideration the transportation, taxes, fees, whatever else, it's quite a bit higher. Also, the electricity rates over the last year have gone up by over 7% due to inflation and supply and demand issues. So it's a real issue. So I just want to say if you're a person either living on a fixed income or you're just frugal like me, it's a fairly significant impact on your expenses month to month. This is my power bill, and this is from April, May, charging my car at home for the most part, and not really paying that close of attention to it. And you can see I'm averaging about 8 to 12 kilowatt hours, depending on the day. This is June to July, where I started cutting back, and I got that down to about 6.5 kilowatt hours per day usage through some means I'm talking about in a minute. That turns out to be, 270, 280, and my cost was about $80 back in the April timeframe. And now, even cutting the usage way back, like I had just shown, I'm still at $82 a month. So it shows you how much the cost has gone up. Not only has it gone up for electricity, but I noticed the gas cost has gone up by basically 200% since last year. So if you're doing any heating or hot water with natural gas, your costs are going to go way up in the next few months. Also, if you look closely, you can see that the peak power cost, it's not 13 cents. It's actually 56 cents a kilowatt hour at home. And even the off-peak, when you normally charge your car, is over 25 cents per kilowatt hour. So the takeaway is, if you can find ways to save money, in this case, I was using a Volta Network or a target-free charging to do that, or solar charging at home. You can see here, this is a Volta, which is a advertisement-based free charging service that's located throughout the U.S., mainly on the coast. And it's a pretty good deal, and they work pretty well. I also have found that the Target has 2-hour free charging, at least in the town I'm at, so that's another place you can find things. So I wanted to spend a few minutes talking about the parasitic charge losses in my home. I used a kilowatt to go around and check different appliances. And here's just a laundry list I had on my notes on my phone. And I won't read through all of them, but you can see like Homewood was 11 watts continuous. Printers, being idle mode, was quite a bit. So these little tiny leaks turned out to be like a kilowatt and a half per day, which is a lot of power. And that's the equivalent of basically a free month's electricity if you can get rid of that. So it's not trivial, and it's basically just energy that's disappearing without really being used in the background. It's just on all the time. So besides having LED lights and making sure lights are off if you're not using them, you can buy these little switches to put on devices that are pulling power all the time in the background, and just shut them off when you're not going to use them, and that makes a big difference. Anyway, if you like this video, please like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.